We have no relationships in our lives to actually say, hey, no, that's okay or not.
Like loyalty. Who doesn't want loyal friends? Who want like backstabbing friends? So
I'm friendships for
Mukti Mantapa.
Nothing.
No, that's actually cheating. Sorry, I think I came out of the frame for the camera, but yeah. But I'm like, a lady is sitting outside, a wife is sitting outside the house. Somebody comes and says, "Where is your friend?" He has just went to sleep with neighbor. He has a problem. The problem he'll discuss with me. But just the sleeping, nothing is there. Just he'll have sex and come back. So is this what you call physically okay, emotional is problem?
Hello everyone, welcome to Virtually Unfiltered. I'm Kaveri.
I am Kajol.
And today's going to be that episode, the controversial topic episode. Basically, this question actually gave us an idea for this video in the first place. Whether physical cheating versus emotional cheating, which are you okay with? If you know what I'm talking about. So that gave us the idea of this episode, which is going to be deal breakers. So we're not going to be speaking to only relationships. We'll also talk about friendships. So that's our take on this pretty much.
Yes.
Because we are not both experts in relationships. We have no relationships in our lives to actually say, hey, no, that's okay or not. Yeah, but so that's why we are relating this to friendship, and we are feeling friendship is also a very important relationship in anybody's life.
It is.
So we are,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So get started.
Yeah. What exactly is I'm asking a textbook question. What exactly is a deal breaker? Define deal breaker.
So a deal breaker, I think, without whatever that is, it doesn't matter because each person's deal breaker will be different. And without that one, I would say sadly it is a condition. So we are bringing in a condition into unconditional relationships. But yeah, without that, I think the friendship relationship wouldn't exist. That's my perspective of deal breaker. I hope you have the same.
No, I think deal breaker to a certain extent, I feel could be also a boundary or something where you feel a person should not cross within your boundary, and you have put a boundary across him also. You have your own idea and you have put a boundary around the person, and you don't expect the person to actually jump on the other side. So I feel that could be a deal breaker. So okay, directly jumping onto it, like what exactly, or one deal breaker what you feel is an absolute must for you with respect to friendships? Or do you like to put it like this, do you start with when you make a friendship is when you actually see whether the person fits into you, whether like the deal breaker thing, like you evaluate before or post? How exactly the process of friendship works for you?
For me, I don't think I evaluate people at all in the beginning. I'm like, everyone's my friend to start with. I'm always in that state, and I'm like, over time I think we end up getting away from each other because of life or because of no efforts. All of that would happen. So to be honest, I never think about these deal breakers until the situation comes. I don't start any relationship, whether it's friendship, just acquaintances, anything based on these deal breakers at all. So these deal breakers come usually when there's like a fight or a disagreement, and I'm like, oh, this is something which I cannot deal with ever. Why am I taking this? So that's where my thought even comes into the picture.
No, but in that scenario, do you think like that once you become calm and then you actually reassess what happened? Because if in the fight, if it is coming, it could be your anger also talking, it could be other things also. Post, once the fight has been done and you're calm, do you rethink and feel, do you still feel the same about it, or what? Have you changed your thoughts by the calm?
To be honest, when I am in the angry state of mind, I might say things, but I don't decide on any relationship at that point. It's usually later on where I'm in the calm state, I actually am able to put things together, and that's when I realize, oh, this person actually, like you said, crossed a boundary which they cannot go back anymore. That's the state where I actually realize. I think when I'm angry, it's I'm not a person who screams out too much, except with my parents sometimes. But in general, but in general, I'm not like, okay, I'm angry, I'll scream. Like, that's not the way I deal with. I think I realize if I get pissed off with someone, I take a break. That's also something I do. And that's where my analysis paralysis happens a little bit. And that's where I think about deal breakers in the first place. I don't know if that is right, but yeah, that's how I work.
I am exactly opposite to Kaveri, where I react in the
I thought
moment.
so.
I am very, very confrontational. I tell whatever comes to my mind. But I feel post that is where post anger, when I become calm, how we behave is where I assess the people. I assess myself, and also in a situation where, in that situation, if I feel I am wrong, I'll actually be the one saying the sorry. And if the other person also, I think with that introduction, I want to tell what my deal breakers are with respect to friendship. So I think when long before when we started making friends and all, it was lot different.
Lengthy
So I
list.
had it was oh, should not do this, so do not breathe like this, so lot of unnecessary,
Yeah.
unrealistic thing. But with
True.
time, I kind of realized, and I think I have few things. I think I'm not going about like loyalty. Who doesn't want loyal friends? Who want
That's
back
it, yeah.
like backstabbing? Fine. So I'm not
Yes,
going
yes.
about the he should be loyal or he or she should be loyal. He should be very honest. And who doesn't want that? Like I
True.
want to know who says like that.
So my, I think one with the breakups or with the friendship breakups, whatever I've had, I came to a realization. One of my biggest deal breaker is basically lack of accountability. So, for example, what I mean by that is,
Yeah.
if in a situation I am wrong, and if the other person is also wrong, or if there is a situation, I want the person to be accountable for that. So at the same time, I am somebody who is very accountable, I feel, because if somebody comes to me and say I was wrong and or something, I assess and I feel if I was wrong, irrespective of that also, if I respect the friendship, definitely I'll say sorry. I'll be the one saying
Yes,
sorry, I
yes.
shouldn't have reacted like that. But if the other person actually can't do that, I have had friendships where that was happening and that turned into a very toxic gaslighting thing where I kind of always felt where I go to a person saying, oh no, I was wrong, I shouldn't have reacted the other way. The other person also end up saying, yeah, you were wrong, you shouldn't have reacted like that.
So that's where I'm not saying all the time that would be the case, but yeah, it has happened. It's not like I was wrong in the situation and then I expect the other person also just to say sorry. But I have had friends who feel they are never wrong. I think for me that is one of the biggest red flag and a deal breaker. I have realized with time, with lot of friendships, I have realized that is something which I cannot deal with.
Somebody you can't really accept. And there is one more thing which I think very vocal in general about is
Being picked upon, like I should be the priority to certain extent, and that doesn't work with all acquaintances. I don't expect any acquaintance to actually pick me, but I feel it should be a balance of, if I feel I go back to them for certain things, like if I have an issue, if I have something, if that is the person whom I actually go back to, then I expect a little bit from that person also to coming back to me. This was a very big deal breaker long before, like many years on. Now the weightage is less. This is needed, but I have reduced a little bit of weightage. I realized this could be termed as little toxic also, people say, but I am okay with that. So, and these are like, I think for me that is one of the. No, it's not complete. And then what is the point? I'll tell everything to the person. He will not come back to me. What is the point? That also.
Oh, that way. Okay. That's very
So being
true.
picked is what I think. These are two. I think on the surface, these are the two which I can think of, and these are the lack of accountability is a very big thing to me, deal breaker to me. What are your deal breakers?
Okay, so one is, I think I should be able to say no to a friend without having to feel guilty or scared about
Oh
it.
yes, I'm
Yes.
taking that. I'm also taking that. I think that's not something which but yeah, that's actually a pretty
Yeah.
good one. Yes, please go
Yes,
ahead.
because again, this is kind of in the borderline of consent, is what I kind of feel. I don't know how else to explain. But if it's like I want to hang out someday and I'm just in a bad mood, like the whole point of having a friend is like, I am in a shitty mood. I'm sorry, I don't want to hang out. And the other person should be like, yeah, I understand. Like anytime, it's not, they
That's
should
bare
understand that it's not
minimum.
against them. Yeah, I know this is bare minimum, but not everyone is in that state when it comes to friendship. Like again, for me also, I think over time, I was the toxic person who couldn't handle a no. So this has become a deal breaker from my end in a friendship, as well as expecting the same in the friendship. So that is something very big for me. And again, there are, I don't know how else to say this, but trying to put someone else down when it's in a fight, right? Like in general, I understand when everything is hunky-dory, they are also good and that's fine. But when there is a fight or there's something happening, or in general, like I'm coming and telling you that I'm going through something. and you respond back saying, I have worse than you. As a friend, that's not what I expect. And I don't think any friend would do that because I don't do that. I'm like, I understand. At least listen to that. Next day, come back and tell your problems. I'm not saying don't ever say your problems, but that, and it's like, even if I have achieved
One-upping
something.
you, basically.
Yes, pretty much.
One-upping you, yes.
Yeah, whether it's a good or a bad thing, always one-upping me saying mine is worse or mine is better. I think that is something which I have seen with some friends, and I've tried to, put that aside, but I can't. That's one thing. And I think I think I mixed up 2 points, but the other one is like when it is a fight, there's still a level of respect that has to be maintained. Irrespective of how angry someone is. And if you're crossing that boundary and, speaking and insulting the other person, I think that is something I cannot take at all. Like, I'm like, I think even if I do forgive that person, I don't think I'll ever be able to forget it and be like the old friend that I used to be. Because I understand out of anger, a lot of people say a lot of things. So I'm trying to give benefit of that, but I can never forget it. And I will probably, if we have another fight and it gets worse, I'll bring that back to be like, you hurt me like this, and I will use that against them. So yeah, these three are, I think, my deal
I think
breakers
I
or
also
negotiables,
add something on a similar lines as your last one. So basically, I also feel, I think I might be guilty of doing long before this, which like might have affected other people. But I feel you have discussed things about your personal life to your best friend, and that get thrown on your face when you are actually in fight. I feel that's the worst thing which could happen, where you tell it in confidence, you tell it in a place where, okay, you were not feeling good about something, you had some things and all, you share it with someone, and that get thrown on your face. I think that's also a very, very big deal breaker for me.
True. Yes.
Yeah.
So now, like, I think one thing is, have you ever been through any situation where your boundaries or deal breakers have come into picture and
Yes.
you had to take an action against for forgiveness on that?
So I think if people have seen a little bit of our previous episodes, I have been the one who is ranting. Adult friendships, I have ranted a little bit. Yes, there have been situations where it gets pushed. But also I feel sometimes I am also a little unfair to people at time of expectation. Because I like my, I wanted to bring
That
this also
happens.
point. Like I have the syndrome of my friend is only my friends. I have termed it as friend is only my friend syndrome. So I have a little bit of this. So where, but because I don't really consider everybody, I don't consider everybody as my best friends. I have a group of friends. I will be in multiple groups. Best friends are very limited. So I kind of feel, okay, my friend is only my friend kind of a thing. So because of that, I think I have faced certain times things where any of the things like the first point of mine where I don't get picked, or I don't like people don't come back to me. There are things which happen, and it kind of have tested me at times where, and like all the friendships which have broken also kind of for this. But also I have realized over time, like this is one of the thing which used to be a very big deal breaker back then. Now I also have eased up. I also have realized that it's not easy for everybody to be like, for example, not messaging you consistently, somebody is guilty here, so could be a deal breaker in general, right? You're not trying to be in touch, and now I give a benefit of doubt in a way where, okay, people might be busy, they will take time, and also this used to be a deal breaker for me. Now I don't think so it's actually that much of a deal breaker, until unless it has, like, you never message, the message never comes back, you have said something and they never come back, then we have to understand it was a deal breaker. But this was something which was not like, which has changed like that. But for me it has happened all the time. So I think even though I haven't mentioned, I think little bit of the reciprocation of what I show if doesn't come back, and it has happened multiple times with me in friendship. And the one which I have learned, which was a deal breaker for me, the one which I mentioned about not able to be say sorry. So that have happened in friendship, and I have lost a friend for that. Like somebody who was like very good friend of me for like 10-12 years, and we were like very, very close. I think this is one quality which I saw over time, and definitely he will also have a lot of complaints against me. But this is one quality which I saw over time, and then I realized, okay, this is something which I'm not able to look beyond, and this is impacting me and a little bit, and I have lost that friendship. That's when I realized, okay, this is one of the like a deal breaker for me. I will not be able to look beyond this. There are certain things which I will be able to look beyond and all, but I don't think so I'll be able to. So I have lost a friendship like of 12 years or something. So this has happened to me. What about you?
I think, of course, I mean, I have lost friendships long back. Again, they were not like close friendships. I think because I have struggled to make friends so much initially in my life, I've always been like, irrespective of whether they actually cross those boundaries, I always try to give benefit of doubt. And I realize now I've reached a stage where I never end those friendships, but I take a step back. I'm like, okay, let's, especially when it comes to, I think I have been in that state where, I'm like, okay, they're busy, and I'm like asking them to hang out. I think I already mentioned this in that like adult friendships or COVID episode as well. I'm not sure. But I did mention that if I want to meet someone and they keep on saying no, it used to affect me. And after one point, I think I ended up fighting with her so much and all of that. But eventually now I've understood everyone has their own lives, and they have their own thing to do, and I have to create my own thing. That's the requirement. So I think I have reached a stage where I've stopped expecting anything from most of the people. At least the expectation doesn't go over. I'm not going to say no.
Correct.
Yeah, I'm like, if I used to expect 100, I think I've reduced it to 10 now. So in general, I think that's where it's not affecting me, even though they are a deal breaker. I'm like, my expectations are less, so it's okay. But still, when it comes to all these things, it comes to my mind, and I'm like, okay, let me fight. But I'm like, okay, I don't want to lose a friendship over this. So I think I've reached that stage where I'm like, I can't give up friendships for
Mukti Mantapa.
Nothing. No, but internally it is always hitting me. No,
yes.
Yeah.
No, but I think also that's like a forget and forgive policy. Like you're able to
forgive at the moment.
Then again, it's kind of a deal breaker, right? You're not actually, the friendship has impacted.
It's not going to go back. That's all. It's just not going to go back.
Then it's still like you're not at the place where. No, I was like, okay, it has hurt you at that point of time, but you were able to repair it to original state.
No, they have put the effort. I'm not going to say they have not put the effort, but it's like they say, right? Once you crush a paper, you can't bring it back to normal.
It's an absolute deal breaker for you, where that has happened, and now you're trying to
it's not that I will stop talking to them or stop being friends. I think initially when I said deal breaker means like ending whatever relationship that is, I haven't done that. I haven't followed my own words, but
No, but I feel there would be a little bit of a difference with respect to close friends versus acquaintances. You will have a different deal breaker. At least for me, I'll have a different deal breaker with a close friend, where lot of ideal things I expect and all, because I want to also be like that. But acquaintances, I'll let go a lot of things. Acquaintances I lose when we have a confrontational drama happening. Till then, I know I don't like the person. He knows I don't like the person. Like it will be mutual. Like
acquaintances, I have no problem. I'm always faking.
So I think there is no deal breaker with respect to that.
No, not
absolute deal breaker would be like, the person is absolute shit. Yeah. Then you can't really deal. Or else,
I think just a personal problem, not a deal breaker problem.
Correct. So if we have to expand this, because eventually a relationship also is something little we will touch. So basically I feel lot of these values also goes, because for a good relationship they always say you have to be very good friends.
Yes,
That's
what
I think
these are always the non-negotiables for that as well, right?
But what more? What more would you add on the plate?
I think one is this is, I think, a bare minimum requirement. Again, the loyalty, I would say, but this makes more of a sense to mention as part of relationships compared to friendships, because I feel like with friendships, it's not such a big of a deal when it's a cheating. Like, there's no such thing as a cheating anymore in friendships, right? So
no, it is there. Like, so you have gotten the most hottest gossip. You go to your best friend and say, he gets the same hottest gossip, but he doesn't comes back to you. He's cheating with you. That's actually cheating. Oh, sorry. I think I came out of the frame for the camera, but but I'm like, but I think that's also cheating. But I think but the after effects of cheating in relationship is lot higher. The what at stake is lot higher compared to friendship. I'm not saying friendships are less. Like there are 20-year friendships which hurts. But I think relationships cheating would be a lot different in terms of how it hits you, is what I feel. And there, like the loyalties.
Yeah, but I feel like with friendships, it's okay. It might sound very wrong when I'm saying all this, but with friendships, right? People don't. You're waiting for this only, no? No, I'm just saying, like with friendships, it's like you don't think otherwise about being a loyal person at all. at least from my end, I'm like, okay, if I'm a friend with someone, like loyal means I'll not go talk bad behind their backs and stuff, right? Like that's disloyal, of course. And you're like, okay, this is a bare minimum in friendship. You don't think otherwise. You're like, okay, they're a friend. This is the bare minimum I can do. And people do it. But when it comes to relationships, cheating is cool. It's like, I have so many people around, you know? A lot of people try to show that off a lot in relationships because they want to make their partner, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever,
I think
jealous.
this is the right moment to bring in that question.
Yes.
Is physical cheating okay, or like is it bad, or emotional cheating is bad, or what is your take on this?
Both, not at all. Like cheating itself is not okay, irrespective of what.
Okay,
kind of cheating.
sorry, cut you off. I have one question. What exactly is emotional cheating in this? Like, what do we mean by emotional cheating here?
So one guy explained in the reels very nicely where he's like, with emotional cheating, it's basically like you don't have a relationship with that person, whoever that is going to be, but all you can think about is that person throughout. You're always like comparing your significant other, whatever, with that person. And you're like, oh, that person made me so, like, feel so good. They made me feel valuable. Like, again, there's a layer beyond friendship, right? That level. And you're like, all you are thinking about is that person. So isn't that basically same as physical cheating? Like, that's how
I think emotional cheating also is something like you are emotionally distraught. And you need somebody to actually lean on at that point of time, and that is not you, it is someone else. Actually, that is emotional cheating according to me. Physical cheating is like it's different, but emotionally, I think emotional, you are distraught at that point of time and you are not coming to you, and you are actually trying to find a peace with someone else. That's basically emotional cheating is according to me. Like it could be different definitions otherwise, but like coming back, which is good, Kaveri, what is okay?
No, both are not okay. Simple thing is, with emotional cheating, I don't understand what's the point of a relationship. Literally, there's no point at all. With again, physical, I am never going to be okay with that. So cheating in any format, it's a no. So I'm not going to choose. If you really want me to choose,
no, there is no choice here.
Yeah, I don't have a choice.
There is no choice. We are not actually saying it, okay, it's you have to choose, because we don't want to do the same mistake of what famous people are doing. So my point is, I have an example here. A lady is sitting outside. A wife is sitting outside the house. Somebody comes and says, where is your friend? He has just went to sleep with neighbor. He has a problem. The problem he'll discuss with me. But just sleeping, nothing is there. Just he'll have sex and come back. So is this what you call physically okay, emotional is problem? What the hell do you mean by I am okay with physical? Does this sound okay to anybody who's hearing this? They're like, physically is okay means, oh, he can sleep. Hey, no, nothing emotional, nothing is there. He has a problem in office. After that whole thing he does, he comes back to talk to me. So he's not cheating on me with emotional stuff. But physically he can sleep around. They were like, raat gayi, baat gayi, kaise gayi?
The whole thing is, I was judging them and their partners the whole time when they were talking about it. I was like, how many times have they cheated on each other? That's all was the thought I got. Like, because they were like, over the number of years you're with them, your mindset will change. And they were trying to convince Janvi, like, if you don't know what is the name of the show, I forgot.
No, I don't know.
It's like, wait, it's open.
Two with two people, or with I think the name itself suggests cheating is what I feel.
Too much with Kajol.
Twinkle and Kajol.
Too much. Yeah. So with them, I feel I was very judgmental of them at that point when they even tried to make her change her mind. Yeah.
No, also I feel it's in a way that the physical cheating has become so much normalized. And when they, I mean, in their lives also, I think they have also normalized in their head because they do not have control over it. It has happened so much. At the end of this, when you catch them red-handed in the bed, it was just that.
It was
but
just
problems
one
are coming
time,
to talk to you.
That's
no, problems are coming to you.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Correct.
This is nothing. This is like just a. So I think it is also normalized in their head, and that's where I think it gets propagated to other people, because the show has brought this. But I think in general, it's a thing where I think it's a Bollywood thing also. I want to call out Bollywood also here. I think it's a film industry thing. I don't know. I don't want to specify only Bollywood. It's a film industry thing where they are trying to normalize it. I don't think so. It should be normalized at all. Again,
there are movies where they show cheating is cool, and they literally say they cheated on their husband or wife to actually live with that other person happily ever after. Who
Yes.
makes such shitty movies and dumb thought
Also, I want to
processes?
bring an angle here where there is a difference. So once you are with someone, then you sleeping around is cheating. But there are people, there is
That's
casual
okay.
hookup is a thing.
Do
That's
whatever,
not actually,
yeah.
you're not cheating, right? So we are not
You're
actually
not
saying
hurting anyone.
anything,
That's the
yeah.
whole point. Yeah.
But when you actually say that you are my person, then I feel this is actually a very big problem. Again, sticking to our roots, we went all over the place. Yes.
No,
We'll
we didn't. We didn't. It should be a
Really?
little bit of a gossip also, right? Little bit we are gossiping
Yeah,
about
yeah.
them. Yeah. It's still
No,
on
but yeah.
topic. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So any other deal breakers, non-negotiables in relationships for you? I have a few more, but yeah.
Yes, please. I have never been in a relationship, so mine will be standard or loyalty, honesty. All those nonsense will be there. Please, you tell me what exactly are your.
I think one thing which I feel this is in terms of being a generic human, but having a lot of anger issues. One is that becomes a very big deal when it is in a relationship because you become the punching bag in that relationship. So that is something I'm never okay with. Like I understand if you have had anger issues, work on it and then come to me.
No,
Yeah,
also
that's
I
what
think in an arranged marriage setup, they normally ask, does he drink? Does he smoke?
Who
I
will
think
say
we should
yes?
also.
Yeah, I smoke, I drink, I do everything.
No. I think along with that, they should ask, does he get angry also? Because I have seen this is a very big problem.
Yes.
People
Yeah.
with such a bad temper, and don't really know how to handle their emotions. It's actually
Yes.
such a big problem. Yeah, I know personally few people, but yeah, not naming names.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
that's a good
another the worst part with this is again we're not speaking about like the worst case scenarios that have happened because of anger. We are saying even in the low level it's a bigger problem. I think beyond that we know. We have the internet to know
yeah.
beyond that. Yeah. So I think the other one is consent. I think a lot of people don't understand the meaning of consent in the first place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's
The
like
whole point of it's married, it's okay. I don't think so. It's okay.
yeah, exactly. Like a no, like again, I just want to mention a few scenarios where someone says a no, and you are like, oh, is it? And you get pissed off and go away without asking again. It's still not accepting the no. I think people don't understand if someone says a no and you get angry because of that, and it's a form of blackmail, isn't it? Like in that case, I'll get angry if you say no, is what you're constantly telling. So whether it's anger or it's like emotional blackmail, I think all that happens. I'm
No,
not
I
saying
think
only in terms of sex,
this
but
is
yeah.
something which I want to dive deeper in. Maybe this needs a one
Yes.
more episode in
Yeah.
itself. But yeah, because I
Yes.
also have a lot of questions in terms of what all forms of no is no. But in general,
Yes.
I also have no is no.
Yes.
At whatever
yeah.
place, at whatever time, at whatever point. And yes, that's a very good, that makes a lot of
Yeah.
sense. Your deal breakers makes a lot of sense. It's not idealistic in terms of he
No,
should be
no.
guarded. So we are expecting a real things. Yeah.
Yeah. These are, I think, bare minimum. I feel, yeah. Like, yeah, I hope my expectations are not high, but yeah. Yeah, I think with consent, as you said, I think we can have a separate episode. But again, when I say consent, it's not only related to like sexual stuff and all of that. In general, in life, I am saying consent. And that's the same. In fact, I used it with different words, but I have the same deal breakers for relationships as well as friendships pretty much.
And also, don't think we are just biased towards men, against men and all. Consent both ways. Always both ways. So,
Oh my
yeah, please do
God.
not actually
Yeah.
assume that it's like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. No
Just
means
because
no
I'm
for
saying,
everybody.
yeah, I don't know how else to explain. Yeah.
Yeah. Any final thoughts?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's my side. Actually, please tell us your deal breakers. Have you missed out on something? Or we could talk about something more which we have not touched upon.
Yes.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. So yeah, I also had few points, but I think we have done a decent coverage of what we feel
Okay.
and what is not okay. I feel okay. One question for me in my head was person with a different political ideas, different religious beliefs. Do you think it's a deal breaker for a relationship, or how does that work? I had this question in general,
Very smart
because
question.
nowadays it has come to a point where people who don't agree to each other cannot be with each other. So this is specifically with relationship. I don't think so with friendships, because with friendships it will be still okay. People will still go along with, but with relationship, does it become a deal breaker to you?
Yeah, certain things, yes. Something which is personally a kind of a non-negotiable and a deal breaker for me is, again, these are like qualities as such which we spoke previously. This, if I have to say, I think vegetarian, non-vegetarian is kind of a deal breaker for me. And why is that? Is it's not that they're eating that. It's just the fact, because I sit with friends when they're eating non-veg and that doesn't make a difference to me. But when it comes to a relationship, why it makes so much of a difference is because I love animals too much. I have a cat. I love Ginger so much. And all I can think about is, I don't think he even understands how much I love him. Like if some guy is with me, he eats non-veg. Again, I'm being judgmental because they've been brought up with eating non-veg and all of that. But still, you're killing an animal to eat it. I think I'm going to annoy a lot of people on watching the video today.
We want a lot of people to watch also at the same time.
Yeah. So in that case, I can't be with someone who doesn't love animals as much as I do.
Okay.
Because it's like a value. That's kind of like, again, non-negotiables are, I don't know how to explain. Values are different versus non-negotiables, right? I cannot compromise on my values at all. But these are something which kind of can be compromised based on scenarios. That I think I can just explain that way. Yeah. I think you wanted to ask something else.
Yeah, I think I have a slightly contradictory thought process here, in a way where you have a certain idea, you believe a certain thing. Until and unless you're not an imposing person, I'm okay with that.
That's also
we can actually leave it, like especially with the political idea, you believe a certain things is true, but I respect the other person of their thought, like they don't really believe what I am believing, and that is still okay. If that is the thought process, I am okay with any kind of conflicts with respect to religious, with respect to political or anything. But nowadays, sadly, it's the case where what I believe you should believe or else you are wrong. So we have gone to a stage where it's like we have to agree or we don't really can sit on a same table kind of a situation. So I feel if the situation is where we respect each other's boundaries, we respect each other's options, choices, I don't understand, but I'm still okay with whatever you are doing, and at the same time you respect what I am doing, I am okay with that. And I get the non-vegetarian part for you, like where you come from, the values or something, but for me still I am okay in a way where, because they are born into a certain household where they eat or something.
Yes.
So for me, I would still be okay where, again, one egg piece khana. Egg piece kake dekhna shouldn't be the case. That can't happen. But I feel if we can respect the boundaries and respect, I don't think so that's an absolute deal breaker for me. I feel that way. I think if the two people involved in a relationship are smart, the conflict actually make them grow much bigger compared to agreement is what I feel. Where we try to enhance
such relationships are very rare. That's also the fact.
Yeah, that's true. But we are all talking about idealistic things, so that is something which I feel, for me, this is not an absolute deal breaker for me. Yeah.
Got it. Yeah. Don't judge me, please. Don't scold me and all. Yeah.
If you but actually have to absolutely scold, comment section is there. Please come into the comment section. Channel के लिए कुछ सहना पड़ता है कावेरी कभी कभार. Please, you can do whatever you feel like in the comment section, and there is some button called as subscribe. मारो उधर, anger से मारो उसको.
Yes.
And please subscribe.
Just don't hit it twice. Hit it thrice if you want. Yeah.
Correct. That's smart. But at the same time, I really want to know what exactly people's deal breakers are, because I'm really interested how people think what exactly their deal breakers would be, and the whole physical. I don't think so people should answer also. I don't think so it should be a debate. I'm sorry, we are judging and we want to fail it. It can't be a debate.
No, it could be those people who are into polyamory could be okay with that. We don't understand that concept, obviously, so we can't say
again,
anything.
I have said we have to agree to each other. For me, it will be a deal breaker, but if it floats your goat or something, they say no, or floats your goat or something, do whatever you feel like. But
yes.
Please subscribe. Please like, comment.
Like, share, yes. And keep coming back to watch our videos. We'll make such content every week.
We are very close to 150 subscribers.
Yeah.
So you remember the before Independence 100 subscribers post what we had posted?
We didn't go back to that. We never went back to that post again.